Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. With how expensive yesterday's video was, a bunch of token doublers and fetch lands really drives the price of a deck up. I figured that today's video would be a nice, friendly budget one. Now, normally when people think of aggro decks, they think of Gruul. Big, stompy creatures. But every once in a while, it's nice to step into a different color identity. Specifically, Esper. Leading today's budget deck is Elenda and Azor. Also, and I know it's annoying to keep hearing this, but statistically if I don't ask you to like and subscribe, the video gets fewer subscribers. Elenda and Azor are a 6-mana 6/6 legendary Vampire Knight Sphinx with flying and ward 2. Whenever they attack, we may pay X, 1 white, 1 blue, and 1 black mana. If we do, we draw X cards. Finally, at the beginning of each end step, we may pay 4 life. If we do, we create a number of 1/1 black Vampire Knight creature tokens with lifelink equal to the number of cards we've drawn this turn. Remember, dear viewer, that's each end step, not our end step. So we need a couple of ways to draw extra cards on our opponent's turns. This way, we can untap with a bunch of tokens. The more cards we draw, the bigger our army gets. And the bigger our army gets, the faster we destroy our opponents. But before we get to our deck list, a quick word from new sponsor, T-Fury. Every day, T-Fury has new designs that are on sale, but as you can see, they also have a great collection of other shirts. Anime, D&D, 80s retro, comic books, Lord of the Rings. There are thousands of shirts to choose from. I've been a loyal customer of theirs for 10 years, and I'm so happy to finally be sponsored by them. Click the link down below to see new designs and to add to your geek wardrobe. In order to build a functional commander deck, you need lots of different pieces, which is why I try to rely on my handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lanes and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Oh, one more quick announcement before we get started. I'm streaming on Gaming with Danon as well as Twitch. Sometimes I'm building commander decks, other times I'm playing Final Fantasy XIV, but you're always welcome to pop in and talk about Commander. Honestly, about half my streams are talking about manga, anime, or Commander. Our land base consists of Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Arcane Sanctum, Glacial Fortress, Drowned Catacomb, Isolated Chapel, Prairie Stream, Sunken Hollow, Fetid Heath, Irrigated Farmland, Tainted Isle, Tainted Field, Adarkar Wastes, Underground River, Caves of Koilos, Port Town, Choked Estuary, Shine Shadow Snarl, Azorius Chancery, Dimir Aqueduct, Orzhov Basilica, Bajuka Bog, Reliquary Tower, Myriad Landscape, Evolving Wilds, Terramorphic Expanse, 3 Plains, 4 Islands, and 4 Swamps. Not too shabby for a budget list. For mana ramp, we're running Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Progress, Talisman of Dominance, Talisman of Hierarchy, Azorius Signet, Dimir Signet, Orzhov Signet, Mindstone, Thought Vessel, Decanter of Endless Water, Chromatic Lantern, Thrawn Dynamo, and Solemn Simulacrum. Mostly mana rocks, which is appropriate for our color identity and budget. Our card advantage package consists of Teferi's Ageless Insight, Distant Melody, Windfall, Frantic Search, Twilight Prophet, Phyrexian Arena, Krav the Unredeemed, Curiosity Crafter, Pull from Tomorrow, Transcendent Message, Sphinx's Revelation, Plumb the Forbidden, Emergency Powers, Siphon Mind, Bident of Thassa, Reconnaissance Mission, and Coastal Piracy. A lot of our card draw goes well with swinging out with a huge group of creatures, which is what our goal is. For interaction and spot removal, we've got Swords to Plowshares, Counterspell, Fracture, Negate, Generous Gift, Path to Exile, Commit Memory, Void Rend, Arcane Denial, Captivating Vampire, Dovin's Veto, and Deny the Witch. Lots of ways to keep our opponents in line and remove annoying permanents and spells. Our board wipes consist of Damn, Supreme Verdict, and Austere Command. Lots of ways to reset the board as needed. The core of our deck consists of Sanctum Seeker, Keza, Augur of Agonies, Knight Exemplar, Corpse Knight, Rafine, Scheming Seer, Regna the Redeemer, Psychosis Crawler, Wisp Drinker Vampire, Elenda the Dusk Rose, Elenda's Hierophant, Cordial Vampire, Legion Lieutenant, and Marshal of Zalafir. Supporting our plan, we've also got Knowledge is Power, Knight's Charge, and Swiftfoot Boots. Nice to have some extra damage and extra protection for our commander. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 51 mana sources, but between 37 lands and 14 pieces of ramp. A little heavy, but we have a 6 mana commander, so it's fine. 18 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 12 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 3 pieces of graveyard hate in Commit Memory, Emergency Powers, and Bajuka Bog. 1 Sudden I Win card in Sanctum Seeker. This card wreaks havoc. One of the weaknesses of a go-wide deck is fog effects. They may not be a problem in your meta, but one particular family member of mine has shut down games with constant mists. But with Sanctum Seeker, we're not dealing combat damage. We're just draining everyone. And the card draw in our deck means we could have a massive army of vampires fairly quickly. Now, we could have included a bunch of token doublers in our deck. I also thought about adding Divine Visitation. I'll be honest, I love that card. But we've got a lot of vampire and knight synergies in the deck, so I decided against it at the last minute. But going that route is a viable option. We've also got Krav and Regna as options to both draw cards and create tokens, but not as fast as our commander can. Regardless, we should have a massive army capable of bowling over anyone, with enough counter magic to prevent any ill-timed board wipes. Isn't Esper fun? Do you have an Elenda and Azor commander deck? What's your secret deck? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. You can have a video made or just ask for help building or tuning a deck list. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Marcus, Brett, Roxy, Alex, Congo, Robert Pye, Kazaris, Patrick, Tiz, Art, Richard, Boomy, Osira, Justin, Golden Walker, Captain Hammer, Sleech, Mr. Salty, Daniel, and Zombie. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.